OMG, oh here I see y'all. Huh? Man. We wanted okay, we got Nick at night.
Hey, shout out to
Hey.
them. Congrats. They did that. Okay, I wish y'all would have seen it. They did it. They've been holding it down. Shout out to y'all.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick been down, coming down from first trial to second to third, and we can't thank her enough. You know, we want to shout. What's up, Geisha? Low. What's up? What's up? All my folks on here, Team OMG. What's up, Sham? Man, hey, we did this for the city. We did this for the culture. You know, and it was a fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. This fight been started in 2020, and it's now 24. And we couldn't be more happy, man. I wanted to come on here. I honestly wanted to come on here to say we wanted to thank the jurors for like just seeing us through this, man, and just believing in what we said. And they heard our story and they knew we wasn't lying. Okay. It's right there. All right. They knew we weren't lying, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah, what's up, King? You don't need a purse. Yeah, give me my purse. They knew we weren't lying, and man, it's amazing that they seen us through God willing everybody and our girl Nick at night. Yeah. Megan, she was there. Rolling Stones. So yeah, thank y'all, man. And hey, we better turn up a little bit one time. If y'all
What is going on? This is Everything Intellectual Property, and I am Dave, a 10-year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from copyrights, trademarks, patents, trade secrets. I'm not sure how I typically feel about the age, but again, when you just won a lawsuit for $71 million, I think I could let that slide. So that's why Tiny and T.I., they just won a lawsuit versus MGA Entertainment for the OMG DOLLS. We're going to get all off into it today. And this is, man, you know, for me, I'm trying to avoid not going on a rant because a lot of times, again, I'm doing this stuff trying to provide value to you guys as it relates to the intellectual property. You see some people like, hey, focus on something else. We need to be focused on the business and bringing the products and this and that. And all that is good. But at the end of the day, it's almost like building a house. Not having your IP in order is like building a house on a bad foundation. Because when you start being successful, you're going to have to sue someone, and you're not suing someone for product infringement. You're not suing someone for some of these other things. You're going to sue them for some form of intellectual property infringement. And in this case, it was trademark infringement. It was trade dress infringement, which again, we're going to look at a People's article that talks a little bit about, what went on. And then we're going to also look at, some pictures to tell, okay, did MGA really copy the OMG girls, which is T.I. and Tiny group? I think one of the members, the group members, is their daughter. So did they really copy the OMG style as it relates to the girls? And I want to hear what you guys think about it. Do you guys, so leave your comment in the comment section. Do you think that T.I. and Tiny, the OMG girls, deserve the $71 million lawsuit? Or do you think that it was not trade dress infringement or trademark infringement? I definitely want to hear from you guys. Please hit the like button as we get off into it, as well as subscribe if you're interested in this type of content. Again, man, this intellectual property is valuable. And this just goes to show you how valuable it is. The fact that they literally got a $71 million judgment because they had their IP in order. So again, we're going to first take a look at let me remove her. Hey, man, you win $71 million, man. I'll be doing a whole lot of A's too, I guess. But let's first take a look at the DOLLS before we get off into the actual article talking about this. And another thing that I do want to bring up is a lot of times people think that you can't win versus the big guy. Again, T.I. and Tiny, again, they're millionaires, but let's not get this twisted. MGA Entertainment, man, they do 4.5, around $4 billion in annual revenue every year. So again, this is more so a David and Goliath. So that's the other thing I get as an intellectual property attorney. Hey, man, the big companies, they're going to steal our stuff anyway. So why do we need to get it protected? I really hate when I hear that, because it's almost like, okay, just because you got a bigger company, You're supposed to let them do whatever they want to do. And I love the fact that they got awarded the $71 million because, again, MJ Entertainment, they're making billions of dollars a year selling toys, entertainment, songs, things like that in revenue. And the fact that, again, even though T.I. and Tiny, they're millionaires, multi-millionaires, they're, again, they're still a little guy compared to MGA Entertainment, which is a privately held company. So the fact that they got to win against a big company like that should give you, as well as myself, everyone out there who's looking to start a business, to come up with a product, whatever copyrights with songs and shows and music. It should give you a little bit more confidence that justice can be served and that you can enforce your intellectual property rights against these big companies and come out on top. Again, as she talked about a little bit in her video, that she wanted to thank the jurors. Again, a lot of times when you file these intellectual property cases, whether it's trademarks or patents, you can put this in the hand of the jurors. So it's not even dealing with a judge. You want the jurors to be able to decide on your case, because when we take a look at this People magazine article, the jurors, as you kind of start telling your story and what happened, and you can kind of really get them roped in so that when it comes to the punitive damages or the damages to punish the other side, they can kind of go crazy. Now, whether or not this get appealed and whether those punitive damages will come down, because I think in this case they got awarded $71 million, but 53, I think, was for punitive damages. So as far as the compensatory damages, I think that was only like 18 million or 52, 63, 73, like 18 million, somewhere along those lines. But the jurors punished MGA Entertainment to the effect of $53 million, and that's a good thing about having the jury decide these type matters, because, again, if the jury found that it's willful infringement, they can really punish the other side, especially if it's a big company, because they kind of look at that as, okay, you guys are trying to take advantage of the little guy. And it seems like that's what they did in this situation. Now, again, whether or not it's going to be appealed and if that punitive damages will come down at the appeal court, that remains to be seen. But hey, as of this day, T.I. and Tiny, the OMG girls, are $71 million richer. Again, let me pull up. I was going to pull up this the actual DAO so you guys can kind of take a look at and let me know your thoughts on what you guys think, whether or not these MGA kind of bit off the OMG girls. But I definitely wanted to bring that up as it relates to the David and Goliath situation. And even though, like I said, Tiny and T.I., they're millionaires, they're not billionaires. And again, MGA Entertainment, they're making $1 billion in annual revenue. So they had the funds to be able to drain these guys and try to get them to go away. And that wasn't the case. So again, it seems like, as I'm pulling up this article this is part of the complaint from T.I. and Tiny. You can see here on the left-hand side, this is the group OMG girls. Now, you guys have to excuse me. I think the middle one is their daughter. I guess maybe follow the group a whole lot often. I've heard of the group before. But to the left here, these are the girls, and it seemed like when they were a little younger. And these to the right seems like the DAOs that were put up by MGA Entertainment. That was called, I think, the LOL DAOs or the OMG DAOs or whatever the case may be. I actually have seen these DAOs when you go to Walmart, Myers, different stores like that. You guys have to let me know in the comment section whether or not you have seen the DAOs as well. But what do you guys think? So again, one of the big things when you're talking about, let me bring it back on myself a little bit. So trademark is typically a logo, typically a phrase, typically, a word, whether, again, we talk about, so OMG girls, that's a word mark. When you talk about the logo of, a 2D logo, and again, a trademark, the great thing about it lasts forever as long as you're using it. Now, trade dress is different because trade dress, it's like a subset of trademark, but it protects the visual appearance of something. So again, as we kind of are looking at here, the girls, and the trade dress is more so protecting the visual appearance of the girl. So you see the pink hair, you see the black hair, you see, okay, the split pink and black. You see the yellow or the green hair with the lipstick, with the purple lipstick. You see the purple, the pink hair. So when you're talking about the overall visual appearance of something, that's what trade dress protects. Some of the more well-known trade dresses, just think of the Coca-Cola bottle. That's a big trade dress protection that Coca-Cola has on a bottle. I think the ketchup, where the Heinz ketchup, where they have the upside down ketchup bottle, where essentially the lid typically, in your condiment typically the lid is at the top, but with that new Heinz ketchup bottle, the lid is at the bottom. So all you have to do is open it and you can squirt it or whatever. That's a form of trade dress protection that Heinz has a trade dress on. And so when you're thinking about trade dress, it's a subset of trademark, but it's geared towards the visual appearance. It's not necessarily the wording. It's not necessarily the logo or a picture. It's more so of the visual appearance, the overall look and feel of something. In this case, the DOLLS, as you see here, that's what's being protected. That's what, T.I. Tiny, OMG Girls, that's what they're have protection on, the overall visual appearance. So the member with the pink hair, the black hair split down the middle, the member with the yellow hair with the purple lipstick, as well as, again, the purple and pink hair at the bottom. This is the overall, this is trade dress protection. It protects the overall visual appearance, the look and feel of something. So what do you guys think? Just kind of looking at these pictures, it looks pretty damning to me. If you look at, again, the group members on the left, and then you see the DOLLS that were being sold by MGA Entertainment on the right side, it seems like they kind of copied the look. And obviously it was other things that came into play. I think just kind of taking a quick look at the lawsuit, I think the owner or the CEO of the company was actually even saying that, hey, we're going to kind of create some DOLLS that's kind of going to be dependent on the OMG Girls and their looking style. And again, there was no license between the two. And like I said, the OMG Girls, T.I. and Tiny, they owned the trade dress for the overall look and feel of the group members and whatnot. And you can't just copy that stuff and sell them at your leisure. You have to enter into a license agreements and get permission and things like that. And MGA did not do it. And as a result of that, they got hit with a $71 million lawsuit against them. So let me I do want to kind of show this article from People Magazine. Take a look at it. Again, just essentially like the cliff notes of what happened. So I do want to play that really quickly. So as you can see here, T.I. and Tiny awarded $71 million in lawsuit against toy maker. Hell of a fight. So let's kind of read down here. T.I. and Tiny have won their lawsuit against MGA Entertainment, claiming that the company violated the intellectual property rights of their music group, OMG Girls, with the company's LOL surprise OMG DOLLS. So again, T.I. and Tiny's group was the OMG Girls, which again, the three group members, they have their unique style, their unique look. And it seems like MGA Entertainment came out with these LOL surprise OMG DOLLS, which again, I've seen in different stores, retail stores, as I'm kind of going through the aisle, especially kind of with my daughter looking for toys. So let's see here, Monday, September 23rd. So this was just a couple days ago. Today is the 26th. On Monday, September 23rd, the escape singer shared her happiness after years-long court battle ended with a $71 million victory. We did this for the city. We did this for the culture, Tiny said during the Instagram live video. We just saw that. I just played that at the beginning. It was a fight. It was a heck of a fight, she continued, of the case that started in 2020 and lasted until Monday's hearing. So that's one of the things I do want to bring up as well, that when you're dealing with this trademark stuff, man, you have to, or any intellectual property matter for that, any intellectual property case for that matter, you have to be willing to put up a fight. This is not, we're going to go to court, we're going to have a decision next week or next month or heck, next year. These things can take years. And obviously in this case was originally filed in 2020. It is now 2024, almost 2025. And we're just reaching a resolution. Now, again, in Tiny's them case, they came out victorious to the tune of $71 million. But again, you have to know once you enter into a trademark situation. I was actually at the cigar lounge the other day and I was telling a gentleman, talking to him about intellectual property. I'm like, man, typically when somebody is suing somebody for some type of intellectual property infringement, it's tens of millions of dollars on the line, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, especially as it relates to when you get off into patents, things like that. Those things can reach 9 figures, but it's easy for a IP case to reach 8 figures, 7 figures easy. And, this was a prime example of that. The fact that they was awarded $71 million. Again, but this stuff is valuable. Just, again, all it takes of just protect that intellectual property, because to the extent that your stuff hits and it catches fire, people are going to try to duplicate that. People are going to try to ride that wave. And you need to be able to have some type of, moat or a defensive measure to keep people from trying to kind of take money out of your pocket. And one of these ways to do that is trademarks, is patents, is copyrights, is trade secrets, all those forms of intellectual property. You see the shirt got intellectual property. So let's go back here and finish up the article here. Let's see here. The understanding single also thanked the jurors for reaching out to a unanimous verdict. I talked about that earlier. We want to thank the jurors for seeing us through this and just believing in what we said. They heard our story and they knew we wasn't lying. It's amazing, Tiny added. So it seems like these are the LOL surprise DOLLS. It seems like that you will see in the stores. It seems like these more recent versions are kind of less kind of copying the originals, but as we saw earlier, those originals kind of look pretty similar to what the OMG girl style is, the group member style is. So I'm pretty sure that was a big part of the ruling for the jurors. So after the ruling, Tiny spoke to Rolling Stone about the win, plus the $53.6 million in punitive damages. So again, that's what I was talking about. They got awarded $71 million total, but 53 of it, so the overwhelming majority of that amount was punitive damages, which was to punish MGA, or the other side, which in this case was MGA Entertainment. So you figure what? 18 million of it was maybe for sales, or was for sales that they lost as a result of the trademark or trade dress infringement that they was able to prove in court. But the jurors, again, that's the big thing about this intellectual property infringement, especially when you're dealing with a big company, is that, man, the jurors, they gonna really hit the big company hard a lot of the times because, or for punitive damages, because again, they look at it as you're trying to take advantage of the little guy and kind of throw your weight around, and jurors do not like that. And a lot of times you will see this $53 million type punitive damages, $100 million type punitive damages, $10-20 million in punitive damages that were awarded by the jury. So kind of keep that in mind. Let's finish this out. I mean, wow, this Tiny talking still. They did more than I thought they would, she told the outlet. I would have been happy with whatever. They blessed us more than beyond. We wanted to thank the jurors so bad, but we didn't get an opportunity. That's interesting. I'm not going to say anything. But according to Rolling Stone, the jurors found that more than a dozen LOL surprise OMG DOLLS infringed on the trade dress and misappropriate the NIL. We talk about football players and the name is image and likeness. But again, if you're a group member, if you are group members, entertainers, you have name, image, and likeness. To the extent that somebody is using your NIL, your name, image, and likeness, you can go after them for misappropriation. So and obviously we talked about trade dress, overall look and feel of it. These are this was what, 12 years ago. These are the OMG girls. They were a lot younger here. With Tiny, you can see again that unique style with the purple hair, the pink hair, the blue hair, and it seems like MGA was selling DOLLS with that kind of trade dress, that overall visual look and appearance of the members, which again is a big no-no. The OMG girls consist of, these are the names. I think I'm not sure. Zanique. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong in the comment section. But that's her to the right. I think that's Tiny and T.I.'s daughter, or at least Tiny's daughter. Over the years, T.I. has called out LOL surprise OMG DOLLS for similarities, including an Instagram post. Just last week, the side-by-side photos of the girls next to the DOLLS, which with similar outfits and hairstyles. Do these DOLLS look familiar? Was written over the graphic. One of many, but biggest custom outfits in question. OMG girls versus OMG DOLLS last week. And again, this is interesting that, I mean, even the names, I know we're talking about trade dress as far as the DOLLS, but OMG girls, OMG DOLLS, man, that can even be looked at as maybe a trademark infringement, but nonetheless, a guy willing the truth prevail. Tiny captioned the upload, which all showed the girls performing in outfits similar to what the DOLLS wore. Again, talking about the different members and their ages. Testified, seems like they were a part of the trial. The three members testified during the proceedings. T.I. and Tiny accused MGA of promoting 7 DOLLS that appear identical to the wardrobe and style that OMG girls wore. And again, we just saw some of these DOLLS earlier at the beginning, kind of dealing with the complaint. Those DOLLS look extremely similar, or I would go as far as to say identical, which again is a big no-no, and you're going to get hit. Again, these are the members again. Seems like on stage. I'm so grateful and overwhelmed with joy. Womack told Rolling Stone Pullins adding, since this pretty much seems like the group members talking. Seems like TI-43 shared a statement on the phone with Rolling Stone, I think. They were trying to paint me as the bad guy. So I think this is I think that was a bully tactic. Love you. So okay, this is T.I. talking. So T.I. shared a statement with the outlet via a phone conversation. So he's talking to Rolling Stone over the phone. And he's saying that I think that was a bully tactic. The Live Your Life rapper said of the lawyers of MGA calling the lawsuits a money grab. Look, I don't care what they call it. Trademark infringement. And again, this is what you guys got to know. Forget all this. Let me bring it back on myself. Forget all this. The other side trying to make you feel like, you're doing something wrong, because that's their job. They're going to try to make you feel like you're trying to just doing a money grab. Hey, to the extent that you got your trademark protected and somebody else is using your trademark, I don't care what you say. I'm coming after you because I have rights, and I see you in court. So again, that seems like essentially what T.I. and them did. So shout out to them for that. But what is he saying? They were trying to paint him as the bad guy when really they were the bad ones. They were the ones that came and ripped us off, and they expected us to not have the audacity to stand up and speak for ourselves. That kind of Condescension, you know, T.I. with these big words comes from when you're not really in touch with the reality of culture after you going so long, kind of having it your way and nobody really standing up and speaking up against you. MGA founder Isaac, so this is the founder, Isaac Lorraine, who denied the allegations, insisted that the group did not influence the DOLLS and referred to the famous family and OMG girls as extortionists during the trial. Okay, so it seemed like it was a little bit of a back and forth between the founder of MGA as well as T.I. and Tiny and the girls. But again, what do you guys think? Are you happy for T.I. and Tiny them? Are you not happy? Hey, to be honest with you, hey, $71 million. I know they partied on Monday night, and I would have been right along with them. But again, we took a look at some of the DOLLS, comparing them to the overall look and feel, the trade dress of the girls, of the group members, OMG. Do you guys think it was trade dress infringement, or do you think that they got away with one? T.I. and Tiny as relates to the lawsuit and the winnings. I mean, hey, look, and I think definitely based on them that those first three pictures that, man, they got what was coming to them. And so shout out to T.I. and Tiny. Then the overall message with this is protect your intellectual property. This stuff is valuable, regardless if you have to go against somebody that's a small guy, you have to go up against a big dog like MGA, who's making billions of dollars a year in revenue. Hey, if you got your stuff protected, you have a good chance not only of coming out, but coming out victorious and richer, way more than what you ever could have imagined. Again, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you like this type of content. Shout out to the girls. I'm going to have to try to reach out to the lawyer for T.I. and Tiny, get her on and kind of talk through the case and whatnot. But yeah, man, shout out to them. And I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Peace.